Why does my knee hurt from lunges? If you get knee pain when you're doing lunges, either for exercise or just knee pain when you're getting up from being down on the floor, then this video is for you. I'm Dr. Dave Candy, and in this video, I'm going to explain 2 simple things that you can do to relieve knee pain when you're doing lunges or when you're getting up from the floor. Now, if you find this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We help people stay active, mobile, and healthy without relying on pain medications, injections, or surgeries. So first of all, what are the things that can cause your knee to hurt when you're doing lunges? Well, the first problem is compression behind the knee joint, or behind the kneecap, where your kneecap compresses on the thigh bone, or your patella compresses on the femur, and they call that problem patellofemoral pain. It basically means pain behind the kneecap. And that can happen if the kneecap is getting compressed on the thigh bone or the patella is getting compressed on the femur. Now, how does that happen? When you do lunges, primarily people do it for a quadricep exercise, your thigh muscle, but you also use your glute muscles. You use both of those together when you're doing a lunge. Now, you can do a lunge anywhere from here to here, and it's all a lunge, but depending on where in that motion, as you put your weight more forward, you use more effort out of your quadriceps. As you put your weight more backwards, you use more effort out of your glutes. Try it yourself and comment to notice it to let me know if you see a difference. So how do you stop your knee from hurting when you're doing a lunge? Well, if you put more weight on your heel and use more of your glutes, you're using less of the quadricep muscle, and your kneecap, your patella, actually sits inside of the quadricep muscle. It sits inside the tendon of that muscle. So when you do your lunge, if you use a lot of quadricep force, it compresses the kneecap up against the femur or up against the thigh, and it can create more compression, more grinding, more pain. So the first simple tip to use to relieve knee pain when you're doing lunges is simply just to keep more weight on the heel. Now, it doesn't really matter whether you're doing forward lunges like this, keeping more weight on the heel, or whether you're doing a reverse lunge like that, or whether you're doing a walking lunge where you alternate one foot after the other. As long as you focus on keeping pressure more on the heel, almost trying to sit back on your heel or sit back behind your front heel, then you'll use more of your glute muscles and less of your quadricep muscles. And that equates to your knee hurting less when you do a lunge. So the second tip that you can use to relieve knee pain when you're doing lunges has to do with the frontal plane or side-to-side movement. That your kneecap normally sits in a groove on your thigh bone, and as your thigh goes inwards, your kneecap still kind of stays in alignment between your tibia, your lower leg bone, and your hip up here. So as the thigh goes inwards, if the kneecap doesn't move along with it, then it can grind on the outer edge of that groove, and it can create some knee pain. So it's really important when you're doing lunges to keep your knee in a central alignment and not let it go inward of your toes. Now, there's a funny thing with the way that your eyes are lined up and the way that your toes are, that it may look like your knee is in line with your toes, but keep in mind that your eyes are towards the center of your body and your leg is off to the side a little bit. So your vantage point is looking that way downwards a little bit. It's not directly straight down. And so it may actually look like your toes are aligned, but they may not be in reality. So you might have to turn out a little bit more than it feels like you naturally would to actually feel like you're going way out there in order to keep your knee over top of your toes. It also depends to some extent on your anatomy. That some people are naturally bow-legged and it's good for them to go in just a little bit. Some people have knees that are straight, that point straight ahead. And if that's you, you do want your knee to go straight ahead. If you're bow-legged out that way, like that, or if your toes naturally tend to point out sideways, you will probably have to turn out a little more than the average person in order to keep your knee in a neutral alignment. But chances are, if you have knee pain when you're doing lunges, it's more likely that you're going too far in this way than it is that you're going too far out that way. But you can experiment with it. Try just doing a lunge your normal way, and then try doing it with your knee a little more outwards than you normally would. And then if it doesn't hurt a whole lot, try doing it with the knee a little bit more inwards. And experiment and find where in that direction of rotation the path feels easiest for you, where you can go up and down with the least pain behind your kneecap. So those are 2 simple tips that you can use to stop your knee from hurting when you're doing lunges. Now, if you use those and you still need some more help for your knee pain, if you live in the St. Louis area, we'd be happy to help you out. Just reach out to us at More for Life, and we'll get you in and help you figure out what's causing your particular knee pain and what you can do to get back to exercising or be able to get up from the floor more comfortably. And no matter where you're watching from, if you did find this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.